So we're just 1 minute past noon, so let's get started, and I'll introduce myself. My name is Mary Eleanor Power, and I'm the Director of Marketing Communications with Dalhousie University's College of Continuing Education. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that Dalhousie University is located in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. We are all treaty. And I'd like to introduce our two speakers today. First, Jennifer Han, and Jennifer is the Director of Mature Student Services and University Prep Programs at the college, and Dr. Diane Tyers, who is the Dean of the College of Continuing Education. And today's webinar is everything that you need to know about student orientation. And I will say that this webinar is being recorded. So, and we will be hosting it on our YouTube channel. So if you would like to access it or share it with any friends who may have missed, then we will be distributing an email later today that will give you a link to that YouTube video. So you can certainly share it along to any of your colleagues. And now I will close the poll for now. And then I will pass it on to Diane and I'll just share the results here. So we do have some interest in adult learning and teaching, business operations and management, English language studies, local government, and writing and communications. So thank you for those who participated. And now I will pass it on to Diane.
Thanks, Mary Eleanor. I can't start my video, so I'll have to rely on you to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome everyone to our student orientation. So I'm just going to take us through the context of continuing education and kind of how it's changed over time and where we see it going, and then how we're looking to meet those needs as the faculty of continuing education at Dalhousie. So I'll start just by talking about who we are. So we are one of 13 faculties at Dalhousie, and as the name implies, we really focus on this lifelong learning space, helping to provide learning experiences to people after their degrees, before their degrees, or for general interest during their degrees. Our students come from all walks of life, they're all ages. We offer more than 250 courses each year, and we support approximately 5,000 student enrollments each year in a very, very wide range of courses and subject areas. So we cover this entire really interesting lifelong learning space. Can I have the next slide, Mary Eleanor?
Yes.
So we group our subject areas into categories to really help you as potential lifelong learners identify where you want to learn, what you want to learn. So the different areas that we cover with our programming are adult learning and teaching. So this is courses on training people how to teach adults, business operations and management, career essentials. This is a category of courses where we really focus on the trends in work and the trends in the future of work and what we need to have in order to build successful careers. Then an area where we're building up is data, risk, and emerging technologies, things like blockchain, artificial intelligence. We're building up that portfolio. Executive education, as the name implies, really targets mid and higher level executives. English language studies is for people looking to either learn or improve their English language speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Health and wellness is a new portfolio where we really want to offer courses that help people and organizations understand what is involved in individual, organizational, and community health and wellness. We've got quite a few sets of programs in professional credentials, so across a variety of professions. And another growing portfolio is around sustainability and the environment. We've got a very wide-ranging set of courses in technical and engineering training. And we've got a writing and communications courses. And finally, we've got university access programs that help students, as the name implies, get into university. So with these portfolios of programming, we really look to serve a very, very wide range of lifelong learners. And we're always doing research to stay on top of what's happening in terms of work, where are the careers that are emerging, where are the careers that might be sunsetting, what are employers looking for, what are the changing technologies. So one of our jobs within the university is really to stay on top of all of these trends and then make sure that we offer cutting edge and very, very current training and courses to help people build very successful and rewarding careers. Could I have the next slide, Mary Eleanor? So what we're going to do today is I will turn it over to Jennifer, and we'll talk about some upcoming courses across these different portfolios. We'll talk about how to register for the courses, discounts we have available, and the benefits of learning at CCE. So I think it's my turn to turn it over to Jennifer, if I've got it correct.
Awesome, and I'm hoping everyone can hear me. Okay. So we wanted to give you a sense of some of the courses coming up in the next month or in coming months. And as you can see, we offer a variety of different courses at different price points and with different time commitments. So many of our courses will be offered again in the fall or later in the spring. So if you see something and it interests you, but the time isn't right, feel free to check back. And we're always every day populating new courses. So don't worry if you can't sign up for this particular offering at this time. Continue to look back and bookmark us and check our website on a regular basis. This is only a small selection of the courses we offer, and I'd encourage you, again, to visit our dal.ca/CCE, stands for College of Continuing Education, to explore more. Next slide, Mary Eleanor. So this is a sampling of what our website looks like. We had alluded to the fact that we've put all of our program courses, certificates, and into various program areas. So there are about 13 on the website. We asked you what you might be interested in this morning. And so everything from adult learning and teaching, English language studies, executive education, feel free to click through to those and see our more detailed information on certificates and courses. So the first step is choosing your course or certificate that might be of interest to you, having a look at all that we have to offer, and just get some more details on that. Next slide. So how to register. Once you've taken a look at our various offerings, and you can click through to details and register now on our website. After you've done that, or even to register, there's a step 2 that we suggest that you do. Again, visit the dal.ca/CCE to explore the range of courses, select one that you like. And once you've chosen your desired course, the first step in the registration process is setting up your account. So you visit register at continuingeducation.dal.ca to do this. And here you will see 3 different sign-in options, depending upon whether you're a current College of Continuing Education student, a current DAL student with a banner identification number, or a new student altogether. And this page will include login information and frequently asked questions if you're not sure. And once you've registered, you will receive details to log in to Brightspace. Brightspace is our online learning management system, and this is where you will actually take your course. The student services team that works at the College of Continuing Education is here to help you if you have any questions along the way. Next slide. Many new students or previous students with the College of Continuing Ed are interested in discounts and special offers. So you can see here we have kind of 4 different options: bundled discounts, alumni savings, new course promotions, and group offers. So for many of our courses, we offer discounts. These could be bundled discounts, alumni savings, group offers, and generally our discounts will range in between 5 and 10%. So we are regularly reviewing our courses and developing new ones, and we do offer new course promotions as well. And all of that information will be on our registration system. Next slide, Mary Eleanor. So what are the benefits of learning with us? Well, and why should you learn with us? Well, our learning is accessible and flexible. We offer a variety of courses, close to 250 in total, that can be taken online Eventually, in person, we do offer face-to-face delivery, oftentimes, well, on a regular basis, actually. And we have some programs that are self-paced. So our courses and our instructors are of very high quality. Many of our instructors are seasoned working professionals in their respective fields. So you can expect to receive instruction that is of the highest quality and it's relevant to today's trends. And we'd be remiss if we weren't to mention the support that we offer. Our student services team is here to help you with any questions or concerns that you have during your registration process. And we have teams assigned to our program areas to answer any questions that you may have while you're learning with us, while you're taking your course. And finally, as I mentioned, if there's something that interests you in our broad array of offerings and you still need some clarification or some additional details, we're happy to answer any questions that you would have. So reach out to us at continuinged@dal.ca, or we have a toll-free number that you can call at 1-800-565-8867.
Great, thank you, Jennifer. That's wonderful, and I'm just going to perhaps open it to questions. If anyone has any questions in the chat, feel free to add them here, and I'll also maybe just kick off with a question of my own, and it's one that we've received from student services, or that I know the student services team has received regularly, and perhaps would be of use to kind of re-explain, and that is the difference between our Destiny One account, our NetID, and then our Brightspace accounts, because there are, and we're not, you know, the minority in this. A lot of other post-secondary institutions have multiple usernames associated with their continuing education. But I wonder if perhaps Jennifer or Diane, you could explain the difference between those different accounts.
Yeah, Jennifer, do you want to take that one?
Sure. So when you first register with us, or if you're a current client, from what I'm assuming most of you may be net new to the College of Continuing Education. Once you register, you'll receive a NetID and password, and that will gain you access through to our Brightspace, our online learning management system, but you'll also have a student identification. So with that student identification, you can look at courses that you've registered for. You can cite that information, that student identification, when you're corresponding with us, if you need some additional information while you're in your course. But the NetID and password, or the banner identification number that you will get as a result of that NetID and password, will give you access to our learning management system, which is called Brightspace. So while we're in an online delivery mode, as many of our certificate programs, even prior to COVID, are, that will gain you access to the university's learning management system. And so that's how you'll actually do your online courses.
Okay, great, thank you. We're happy to answer any questions if anyone has them that they want to add into the chat here. I will just pause for a minute, and perhaps I'll ask, so for those areas of interest that were identified initially, so English language studies, there was adult learning and teaching, writing and communications. Perhaps one of you could explain some of the courses that we have upcoming in those program areas, and ways that people can, or different courses that they can take that are coming up.
Yep, I'll jump in here, and then Jennifer, you can add on stuff. So in adult learning and teaching, this is a portfolio where we have a suite of courses that take you through different aspects of teaching adults, including how to teach adults online. So you look at things like assessment. We look at how to create courses around competency-based learning. We look at the practicalities of how do you actually clearly communicate when you're delivering a class, and how do you structure your classes. We look at how to manage different personalities, because in every adult learning situation, there's different personalities that we have to manage. And then how we use some of the different technologies that are out there. So we have a longer certificate, and then we have a shorter train the trainer course in that portfolio. And then we're also developing some equity, diversity, and inclusion courses within that portfolio, which are applicable not just to adult learning and teaching, but to basically everyday life in terms of how we interact with the diverse communities around us. So it's a really exciting portfolio, and there's a lot of fun, very relevant cutting edge courses coming out of that one. And then I'll also speak to the writing and communications course. So the main focus of our courses in that portfolio right now are technical writing. So there's some very strong technical writing courses in there. Introduction to grammar is in there. And then we've also got a new certificate coming in this portfolio, focusing on different aspects of personal communication. So building your personal brand, how you communicate about yourself in the workplace and to your colleagues. Also in there is virtual presentations. So how do we present successfully in a virtual environment? So once again, very relevant and timely topics for today. And then what was the other one, Mary Eleanor? Was it English language?
English language studies, yes.
Yeah, so our English language studies programs focus on English for academic purposes, so preparing students to enter into an academic context. So you learn everything from writing different types of essays and reports to how to communicate in seminars, how to present to your colleague, to your fellow students. We also look at things, very timely topics such as academic integrity, and what are the expectations of professors when you go into their classes, and how are they going to assess you? So we also work in just really understanding the higher education context in Canada as well. Jennifer, I don't know if you have anything to add on either of those.
Well, I'd like to talk also about health and wellness. We've just launched a new program area within the College of Continuing Ed. We call it health and wellness, but there's some wonderful new courses about mindfulness at work, psychological health in the workplace, neurodiversity and mental health in the workplace and community. So certainly timely. We talk about kind of what's relevant, what's trending, certainly one of those areas. And if there's anyone on the call, I know we talked about English language studies, so it may be that you're looking at that for an access to a university credit program. We also offer university access programs, university preparatory courses, which will allow students to gain access to credit study at the university. And I wear another hat, which is advising. So I'm also happy to provide advising to anyone on the call who might need specific information about any one of the offerings that you heard about today, but also if you're interested in credit study within the university. The College of Continuing Education provides a really good pathway to the university as well.
Great, thank you. And apologies for the technical glitch there. Diane, you should be able now to turn on your video, and then Jennifer, you might be able to, Diane, if you make Jennifer the host, then she might be able to turn on her video as well. So apologies that we can now see you, would just encourage people again to add any comments to the chat here. If anything that's been discussed or mentioned by Diane and Jennifer, please feel free to add them here. Diane, I wonder if you can speak to one area that we have on our website that is updated regularly around career essentials. Mm-hmm. Perhaps you could just give some insight around some of those courses that are particularly timely, that people might not be aware of.
Yeah, so the career essentials kind of bucket of courses that we have on our website is a programming area that we pull from all other areas, and we do this in order to highlight skill sets and competencies that our market research and our continual environmental scanning tell us are really essential for everyone who's out there in the workforce right now and looking to build rewarding careers, move up in their positions, or do sideways career moves or brand new career moves. And so we really wanted to hone in on the skills that will help you at any point in your career, and that will really help you at a very fundamental level as you interact in the workplace and as you kind of just build a rewarding career for yourself. So some of the courses that we have in there right now are, we have project management in there, I believe, and project management is just a very, very strongly emerging skill set that people in many different types of organizations are finding really, really does help them as they work through their career. Other courses in there are a good one that just launched this January. One of my favorites is Mastering Strategy. So this takes people through the whole history of strategy and how it came into the workforce, and why organizations actually engage in strategic planning, and then how we can manage and lead organizations through a strategy lens. It's a very highly interactive course in which you get the opportunity to apply what you learn to your particular context. And then we've also got courses in ethics in action, which is another really essential set of knowledge and skills to have in today's workplace, especially when you move up into a management and leadership position, because when you're a manager and when you're a leader, you're always confronted with those gray areas, and where you have to often make decisions picking the best of the worst options. And so having a good grounding in ethics really does help you move successfully through management positions. And then there's some very practical courses in there. We've got a great one on virtual presentations. So how do you present to your colleagues in a virtual environment, to prospective clients in a virtual environment, and how do you just really let your personality and your character come through when you are communicating in a virtual environment. So that's another fun course that's in there. I can't remember the other ones off of the top of my head. Are there other ones in there, Mary Eleanor, that I can kind of provide more background on?
No, well, there are just a few introduction to marketing and just some foundational courses that I think anyone, no matter where they are in their career, can get some really useful nuggets of information and really actionable. And I think what really stands out from the courses that we offer, and Jennifer mentioned this about the high quality of instruction, that I think it's important that we have instructors who are working in the field. And so we're not teaching the theories of these different aspects of work, but that we're teaching the practical functional applications of some of these topics by people who are applying them every day in their work. So I think that's really important that we just highlight and emphasize the instructors that we have on our roster. There's a question here from Astrid. Would you recommend the CCE project management courses to professionals who already have, let's say, a master's degree?
I actually would, because the project management courses are very practical. And so what they do is take you through very tried and true processes and approaches and tools and techniques for successfully managing projects of all sizes. And they also help you prepare for the different types of project management qualifications and certifications that are out there. So a master's degree, for example, tends to be quite theoretical, whereas project management is highly, highly practical. And so much of the work that we engage in today's work world is project-based. And even if you've got, a full-time position or a management position, a lot of the work you do will be chunked off into projects. And so being able to manage those projects in a systematic way really helps you ensure that you actually are successful completing them. The biggest challenge with projects is that they don't get completed. There's many things out there that cause a project to derail, and these courses really help you with those practical skills so that you can be successful managing the projects that come your way.
And it's if I can add to that, Diane, it's a really nice layering to have that certification. A PMP certification is highly employable. And I would also add that we offer courses that prepare you for the Lean Six Sigma certification as well, and also a really nice complement to a master's degree, and highly employable and industry-driven credentials that really are needed in today's working world more than ever. And so the Lean Six Sigma certification, it's about creating efficiencies and kind of in it, taking a different lens on project management, but how can we be more efficient in the work that we do? What are the steps that are required to from the start to the end of a project, and can we be better? And so Lean Six Sigma is a very kind of practical, again, kind of industry driven, born out of kind of manufacturing, but really applies to all different industries. That's a really nice complement to someone who might have, you know, master's education.
Yeah, and I'll just jump in with another course that is in that Career Essentials bucket, and that is the equity. So a couple of our equity, diversity, and inclusion courses. So we've got a really powerful asynchronous course, so you can go at your own pace and you can access it anytime, called Interrupting Unconscious Bias. And what this does is it works you through a series of exercises and activities so that you can be very aware of the lens through which you view the world and the lens through which you judge the people you meet as you interact on a daily basis. So it's a really it's a short course, but it's a very powerful course when we're talking about equity, diversity, and inclusion. And once again, very, very practical. Jennifer, I don't know if you have any other courses in that bucket or that you wanted to talk about.
A timely one too is online design and delivery. You know, post or in COVID, many of us have been forced into an online design and delivery with not necessarily a skill set kind of that attached to that. So that one also fits within the adult learning and teaching bucket, and also it's like an 8-hour course. It's asynchronous, as is the Interrupting Unconscious Bias that Diane just mentioned. I think both of those are fantastic skill set and totally relevant at this point in time.
And you raised one point that I just want to reemphasize, Jennifer, and that is the majority of our courses, given today's environment, are online. In fact, all of our courses that we're offering right now are online because we're unable to offer a face-to-face model. However, in addition to that online space, we also offer a number of courses that can be taken at your own pace. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so if you have a very different work schedule with varying hours, then, you know, we do offer some of the courses that Diane and Jennifer just mentioned, among others that are self-paced. We refer to that as asynchronous. So we have asynchronous and then synchronous courses that are at specific times during the week. Are there any?
And a variety of those are business courses. So we offer analytical thinking for business analysts. Some of them are environmental health safety. And again, those are continuous enrollment. Lots to see. And if you click on the top of our website, upcoming courses and webinars, there's lots more information on those self-paced, self-study programs as well.
I'm mindful of our time and certainly want to, you know, and again, we're happy to answer any questions. Thank you, Astrid, for posing your question. I imagine that there's lots for you to take away and lots for you to digest. And so we would encourage you to use the information and the contact information that Jennifer provided, as well our website, which I'll add into the chat here. You'll hear me typing. dal.ca/CCE, and you'll see all of those program areas listed, and we would encourage you to check them out. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at continuinged@dal.ca. You will see an email later today that will have a link to this webinar, and I would encourage you to share it with your colleagues and make them aware of what's coming up. So thank you both. Thank you, Diane and Jennifer, for being part of today's webinar. And I hope that that those who were able to join us were able to take away some helpful tips and some helpful information. And we'll look to host another one of these in the next coming months. I think it's really valuable for us to have these touch bases and chances for people to meet some of the team and hear about some upcoming courses. So we hope that perhaps you'll join us for future webinars as well. So thanks very much and enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us.